Intraspecific competition is when members of the same species vie for the same resource in an ecosystem, for example food, light, nutrients, and space. Anything that reduces intraspecific competition is of survival value. Territories provide the organism with a safe place to gather food, court, mate, and rear their young away from interference from other animals, intraspecific or interspecific. Also, for some animals, the reason for such protective behavior is to acquire and protect food sources. By having their own territory, animals can find food without having to compete with others. This is an advantage as it increases energy input and decreases energy output. For squirrels, both males and females hold territories. During mating season twice a year, the female will wander into male territories during her one day of ovulation and allow several or just one single male to breed with her, depending on the species. Then she will return to her own territory. Males unable to secure and defend a territory are unable to attract a mate and thus cannot breed. This can act as a population control as only males and females strong enough to defend their own territory are able to pass on their genes. Squirrels mark their territory by scent trails. Their sweat glands, which leave a distinctive odor, are located on the bottom of their feet. Some squirrels claim as much as 10 hectares of territory, though the edges may overlap slightly with other territories. This will occur when there is a high population density. Adult squirrels settle territorial disputes with ritualized aggression, chasing each other and nipping at other squirrels that feed in their territory. They also move in an up and down spiraling pattern around trees to mark their territory as their own. Squirrels can also bark, squeak, and growl warning calls to intruders. By having their own territories, there is a greater energy input compared to energy output. Squirrels have their own territory to gather resources such as food, shelter, and water. This way there is a reduction in intraspecific competition. Thus there is more energy available for squirrels to successfully breed and give birth to their young.
Bottlenose dolphins live in pods of 2 to 15 individuals. There are 3 main types of pods: nuclear, which consists of a male and a female; nursery, which consists of females and their young; and bachelor, which are male pairs. They live in a hierarchical society where the leader of a pod has the highest rank. The leader is either the oldest, and therefore the wisest, and thus most capable of leading the pod safely, or the largest, and hence the toughest, and most capable of protecting the pod. The hierarchy reserves rights, such as food and mates, to the most dominant individuals, who will effectively have the best genes. This reduces intraspecific competition, and thus decreases the energy expenditure. It also means that the dominant dolphins gain a higher energy input, thus will have the greatest energy surplus for reproduction. The dolphins establish and maintain their dominance in the hierarchy through ritualized aggression. This may include biting, chasing, jaw-clapping, smacking their tails on the water, scratching each other with their teeth, emitting bubble clouds from their blowholes, and even approaching another dolphin directly, where they would usually approach at an angle or from behind. In a particular study, it was observed that the male pair's competition for the females was controlled in a hierarchy, where one pair of dominant males controlled access to the females. This ensures that the best genes are passed on. In another study, male dolphins were seen to forcefully mount other males to assert authority.